Well, good morning. Same overalls, different shirt, same car. It rained. So I slept on it, and I decided that what I was going to do is use this pair of pliers I got over here that I'll show you in a second. And I'm going to pinch off whichever line I deem is the most opportunistic one that won't cause the pliers to flip up and jam in the wheel and tear out every brake line in the car as I drive out to pick up these parts. Let's see if I have to replace both of them. I will. Until then, let's see what we got going on here. Come on in. Here we are. Yeah, that line. All right. Now what we are going to do is pinch off this line. Let's look around. What's attached here? This is the sway bar link. It doesn't rattle. And since it moves with the lower control arm, I can kind of have that sitting there. And I'll tie it to it and see if I can get a good pinch on this brake hose. I don't know. I'm throwing this brake line out, by the way. If I have to replace both of them, I have to replace both of them. So why do I have the rubber hose on there? That's a great question. That is a really good question. It is a good question. Thank you. All right. Let's do this. All right. Yuck. Now I'll zip tie that to that. Let me open up that. Make sure there's no pressure in there. And we'll see what happens. There. Open up this. Wow, that inner pad is almost gone. This inner pad is almost non-existent. I don't think I would have gotten much more out of this. Before catastrophic failure to this rotor happened. All right. And I'm kind of happy with that. All right. Let me go hit the brake pedal. Sorry. I tighten the bleeder. I push the piston in a little bit. Or excuse me, I push the piston in and tighten the bleeder. Vice grips are there. I'm going to go hit the brake pedal and see if I can hit the brakes without the pressure leaking past this. So let's take a note. It spins. know if you saw anything move, but I'm not going to touch it yet. I didn't panic brake the thing. I'm going to drive gingerly up the road, pick up the parts. So here's the test. Oh, thank you. All right, so let me zip tie this thing and put a zip tie on here so that it doesn't sit there and do this, because that'll drive me batty driving down the road. Put the tire back on, and I'll be on the road. You don't need to watch me do all that. We'll be back soon. Well, I called O'Reilly's. They have my parts. I'm headed up the road to get them now. She still stops fine. Brake pedal feels fine. Stops pulling to the right. Well, we'll check back in a minute. Back. I got brake parts. Hoses and pads. I'm gonna put you in time lapse, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Take all this up, well, pick this all up, put it on jack stand, take all this off. I got a torch in there. If you're a marketplace hunter, I can't help myself. I buy things. So I got these acetylene torches. I'll show you as we get to the end of this. So I'm just gonna burn the thing with that, heat up the fitting, crack it loose, pull it off. Just like that. It's gonna be nice and easy. Nothing can go wrong. And now I'll put you in time lapse so I can jack this up. I'm guessing it'll take me about half hour, 45 minutes. We'll see. Well, I went to put you back on there to tell you what was happening, and I did it. I'm not a good cameraman. But I was heating up just the outside here, and I had my wrench on there until it just loosened up. And what I was telling you was, I bought 2 of these Turbo Torch things over on the marketplace for $50 about 6 months ago. $50 for 2 of them. I sell one of them for $100. I double my money and I get a torch. Just made my money back fixing this problem. Don't forget the value. Anyways, I'm gonna put you back on time lapse. Well, I know I said time lapse, but you know what? You guys are having too much fun watching me do this. So, what I'm doing now is compressing the piston back into the caliper. Wow, that wrench is pretty hot from touching that line. That's open. Well, let's hope that this isn't a frozen caliper. Oh no, there it goes. I got a little nervous. Ease it on back in there. You can see these caliper slides are moving. Well, at least I know I got my caliper slides are clean. Pull that piston out. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So I'm getting on the back side pad here. I'm just making sure I open this thing up enough. You hear that? That's that pad moving across the slides. Just want to make sure I open this thing up enough so that it accepts the new pads. No one says to do it this way, but I don't know if you know who I am, but I'm a nobody. So since nobody does it this way, I'll do it this way. I would like to just chime in and say how outrageously painful it is for me to be bending my knees like this. And my hip, which is arguably barely held together, is telling me to go screw myself. So there's always that. I gotta find this clip on the back side, but I don't think it's on the back side. I think it's on the other side. Uh, 12, maybe 14. "12, 13, 14, baby. I'm just gonna keep on counting until I find it." 14 is the winner. Anybody else remember when they were? Wow, that's tight. When they were 14 years old. Where was I when I was 14 years old? What year was it when I was 14 years old? Jeez Louise, it was 14 years after 1974. It's 1978. It'll be 1988. 1988, I was in 8th grade at Baldwin Middle School. I don't remember my teachers. What a shame. I'm sure they were very tolerant. I haven't figured it out by now. I have to surround myself with tolerant people. Alright, so before we pull this off completely, I want to change the... It's called a banjo bolt. And it's not a 13. It's a 12. It's a banjo bolt. Oh, jeez Louise, I gotta stop pinching my finger in there, man. I'm really doing a number on it. That was not as tight as I expected it to be. That is part of one of these hose. The banjo bolt part. Alright, is it still hot? Not really. You know what? I get some lube for that. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, I usually keep the PB Blast around, but it's going to be the old WD here. For those of you that don't know, WD-40 dries up. It does not stay liquid all forever, which is weird. It's an oil. I didn't know oils evaporate, but I guess gasoline is also an oil. Diesel fuel is an oil. Oil's well that ends well, I suppose. Speaking of ending well, can you guys watch old Dallas and see how it ended? I missed it. I'll have to wait till it airs again and try and watch it. Oh, look at this. Thought I was screwed, but in fact I am unscrewed. Now, you may notice the new one does not come with the metal clip. Thanks, O'Reilly's. You guys are awesome. But that's okay, because guess what? I got a clip. And this fits in that thing like that. I kept the old clip, which got kind of hot, but you know what? It'll do its job if you install it correctly. If I install it correctly. Who are you? You're just guys on the internet watching some guy try to get by here. Well, it's okay. Let's try that again. It's a little tight of a fit. So let's do this. That's the male. You can tell by the way it sounds. Hello, male person. That's the male person's door opening. I'll go check. That's FedEx. There we go. How you doing? 70? You too. I want to make sure I get the copper washer out of there. It should be in this hole. Be very careful not to scratch the aluminum on the caliper. But you want to get that copper washer out of there. 'Cause I got new ones, that's why. Trying to maintain this washer in here. I think, pretty sure this hose went straight up. Doesn't seem to like it though. Loosen this up. That doesn't do shit. Now, my hip does not like this position. And eventually it starts hurting enough to cause me a stomach ache. So pretty soon I'm hoping this thing's gonna find its home so I can stand up. I'll get a rag and wipe my hands off. So for those of you that don't know, this brake fluid does a number on rubber, man. So if you got like a CV boot or something underneath where you were leaking, give it a rinse. I don't know why it doesn't do stuff to hoses, or maybe that's why that hose failed. But it does do a number on rubber. How do I know that? Well, I used to work with some shady used car dealers, and they would wipe brake fluid on the leaky T-tops of the old F-bodies, your Trans Ams and your, even G-bodies. All those T-tops, after about 5 or 10 years, they started leaking. When they start leaking, you wipe the seals with some brake fluid and make them blow up. No, not like, not Bin Laden style. They'd blow up like, Violet from Willy Wonka style. There's some rust. Hey, put a new pad in? You heard me say pad. I meant pads. Oh, let's see. You might want to see me a little more. I got up, so that nauseousness is now it's gone. We'll be back. It always does come back after a little while, but we'll be good. We got our pads here. Please fit. Please fit. Please fit. It's a little late now for this project to fail. Oh, good. Nice. First one fits. Second one will fit. I just gotta have some patience is all. Well, 'cause I can't see what I'm doing. is loose. Huh. That piston doesn't seem to want to go in the rest this last, looks like about maybe an eighth, a quarter of an inch. I thought I left the bleeder closed, but it's open. This caliper looks like it's in great condition. That piston just doesn't want to go in. I don't have the right tool, but I got the wrong tool. I don't want to blow a hole in the back of the cup. Well, we're going to go get another wrong tool, but it'll be more right than the wrong tool I just tried to use. Unless it just started moving, because now it's leaking fluid. Now let's go get the wrong tool, or the more right tool, which will put a pad in here and put a compressor on it. Well, I'm back. I got a clamp. I don't know if it's going to be big enough yet. Open it up here. I want to get it up here instead of getting it down here. Let's see if I got one that's a little bigger. Now, it seems I go from the 6-inch to the 12-inch. So, got no 8-inch WD-40 to help speed this up a bit. Get an old brake pad in here. Squirt fluid everywhere. Pan down here. All right. Let's see how this works. It's working. Slow and steady. Oh yeah, that's the secret. It had to be square, pushing it square. Because now we're shooting fluid everywhere. I can see it. Ugh, perfect. Nice. try to push your piston crooked. Leave that for the politicians. We're still a wee bit tight. A wee bit tight, Captain. She's still a wee bit tight, Captain. Giving her all she's got. Just getting there a little bit more to the sun. Oh yeah, that's good. That is good. There's the stuff I was looking for. And we'll drop right in there. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're enjoying the show, ain't you? Sorry about the language sometimes, but I don't know if you've ever rustled with this stuff, but sometimes a little cuss don't hurt. Now, that on there. This one in here. I like to shake them as I put them in there. Find my rag. What'd you do with it? Oh, this stuff right there. I gotta stretch the leg out. All right. I'm going to tighten this. Now, because I am not Daddy Warbucks, nor am I made of money. I'm like God made me out of earth and clay and water and all the things of the earth. I'm not made of money. So, I'm going to see if I just save myself $40 and if this front line needs to be replaced. Now, in case you weren't paying attention, I put these things on there and pinched off that front line so that I didn't ruin it, so that no fluid would flow back here. It didn't need to be so tight that it stopped the pressure. It just needed to be tight enough so it didn't flow fluid back here. So right now I got the bleeder open. I tighten. Give this one last little. Oh, the wrong way, huh? Where is it? It's half stripped. Old stuff, man. Okay, that's tight. Now, those banjo bolts, those little washers, I'm going to show you a little secret. So hang in there for 2 seconds. Now you don't want to tighten those banjo bolts too tight. If you get them too tight, you'll strip them out, they'll be useless. So you want to get them, find the wrench for it. You want to get it just tight enough. Make sure it's tight. And then you take your hammer, doesn't matter what kind of hammer, but you just whack the end of that bolt once. What it does is it kind of presses that copper in there and gets it locked in, and then you give it another little tighten with the wrench. So you whack it once, Just once, that's all. No need to beat on the thing like a drum. Not going to battle, but you'll find that you put your wrench back on there and you get a little bit more out of that wrench. And that little bit is enough to seal them things. Sometimes you fight with them for a while. All right, let's get this tight. Get this tight. Yeah, twerked down. Yeah, that one's twerked down. All right, well, you're still on the record. I'm gonna put some brake fluid in this thing. I got this bleeder hand tight, so hopefully it'll gravity bleed a bunch. All right, that reservoir is topped off. I'm gonna let that thing drip. You wanna look at it drip? What did Cheech and Chong say about the drip, drip, drip? Anyway, so there's it dripping out of there. So now I'm gonna go wash these grimy mitts. Come back, check that brake fluid, make sure it's topped off, close this, check the pedal. We'll see if we need to replace that front hose. Like I said, easy peasy. All right, it's all buttoned up, tightened up, rinsed off. I'll press the brake a couple times. This thing's gonna lock in. When I come out here, my foot won't be on the brake and this will spin just as freely as it does now. Without it running, I got a hard pedal. I'm gonna start it up in a second. Ooh, man, my hair is a mess. Let's see. Nope. No bueno. You know what that means? It means it's that front line. All right, let's confirm. Okay. Cause is stuck brake caliper, as evidenced by not turning rotor. Condition, brake line plugged from the inside. I've replaced one. Clearly not the one I needed to replace, but I gotta start somewhere. And we will open the bleeder. She let out a blub. Oh. 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 Oh my Lord. Well, maybe something else is going on. Oh, maybe I didn't let enough out. What the heck? I mean, I ain't moving that thing for nothing. All right, that's tightened back up. I'm oh. I can do this a different way too, you know. All right. I pushed it back in a little bit. Piston a little so I can get this out of it. Now, what I'm going to do is go pump the brake and get this to lock back up. I'll be right back. Alright, she's locked up. Yep, locked up tighter than a Swiss bank. Without the foot on the pedal, let's see if we get any rebound action from this caliper. Yep, getting all the... Listen. That bleeder is closed. And I'm pulling this caliper back. So that fluid's definitely going forward. Which is more than I can say was happening last time. Now what I'm hoping is that all this stuff just needs to seep. So you know what that means? Test drive. I don't know how else to explain that. I loosen up this bleeder. I get fluid, clean, clear. It's been dripping a while. I filled that master up a bunch. I mean, there's fluid. I just sent it back and forth, up and back and forth through the line by pressing the brake pedal and then pushing the piston back in. Lines are clear. Unless under pressure, it's creating pressure. Oh, test drive. All right, I'm gonna put a few miles on it. Lightly use the brake until it wears in to that perfectly well worn rotor. Pedal feels good. But we're gonna hit some bumps and do some things with it and go back and hopefully we'll pull back in, grab that, we'll jack it up, grab that tire spins, job done. Tire don't spin. If the tire doesn't spin easily, I am going to need a brake caliper. There might be a sticky spot in that caliper somewhere that needs to be fixed. And you don't fix calipers these days, you buy whole ones. Oh, more on that soon. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna go jack it up, see if this thing spins. Wish me luck. Things are looking promising already. Let's say a prayer. Oh my gosh. No. 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 No, it's not fixed. Let me crack that bleeder with stuff like this and see if that. I'm blindly hunting for this bleeder screw. Found it. There, just gotta get on it and then loosen it. Can't get enough swing out of it to loosen it that way. Go around one more notch. Oh, baby. All right. I think that's it. Oh, there we go. All right. Definitely loosened. Let's get it tight again so we don't forget to do that. All right. Loosened it. Oh, this thing's so tight to try. That caliper moves so cleanly. It's a bad caliper, there's no doubt. Unless no. No, 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 no. Well, we gotta order a caliper. What are you gonna do? Well, on my way back to O'Reilly's, pick up a caliper with a bracket. I don't know. I can push it back in, the piston on the caliper. I can push it back in. Then I hit the brake and it's stuck. So what I'm guessing is the piston gets to a certain point and it's just starting to stick at that certain point. And well, I'm going to get a caliper. $150 later again. Wish me luck. Hello there. Well, I thought I had you on there earlier, but I didn't. New calipers on almost. Old one's over here with the bracket. What a job that was to get out. I had to break out the big boy. A 17mm socket. Well, sorry I didn't get you in here earlier. Right now we're just tightening up these slide bolts. Weird. Like I got somebody in my pocket with me. Say hello, it's in my pocket. No, nobody in your pocket? No. Oh, okay. Just me. It's me here spinning wrenches. That's my torque wrench. I need my 12mm for that one. I better take out this bolt and bring it to the wrench thing so I don't keep having to get up and down. Calisthenics, you know. That one. Oh, good thing, because I don't think that's a 12. I'll find out what it is. I don't think it's a 12. It's not a 10. So that's an 11. I'm pretty sure the one on here is a 12. the same pitch. Or should I just use the new one? Oh. I think I'll just use this new one. Well, like that, it went on. Double check to make sure I got both of my one copper washer on each side of it, which I do. Oh, here we go. Oh, what did you do today? I drove back and forth to O'Reilly's. I'm gonna go there again to get my core, because the thing that rhymes with core is pretty much what I am. So don't forget to like and comment. Maybe send me a donation. Help me pay off this Klarna. Klarna. 0 interest for 4 payments. 0 interest. How can you say no? It's not like I didn't need this. Alright, now we'll go get the hammer trick. Yes, that's right. It is indeed hammer time. Can't touch this. I've been touching this all day. Now, I'm definitely not doing this job in my HOA, but if I were, this is the time when people would be coming home. Hammer the end of your bolt once that your copper banjo bolt fittings are on. Alrighty. I gotta cut this zip tie. My Rambo knife. Sorry, Sly, Sylvester. So offensive. But if you didn't just meet me, I offend everybody, I guess. It's not funny if it's not offensive, is it? Oh, yeah. Get it done, son. I love it. Somebody's out there getting it done. The sounds of spring sounds like a V-twin blasting off in the distance. Alright, well, I'm going to bleed this out, fill up the reservoir again, and do this, pack it up. We'll check in with you when it's done. Alright. I've bled it as much as it's going to allow me to bleed it. It's coming out. It's not bubbling. I've hit the brake pedal a few times. It's still spinning by hand. To confirm, wait right here. I just jabbed the brake pedal and, oh, look at that. There you go, done job. I'll catch you on the drive. Coming back from O'Reilly's, when I got there, I checked the wheel. It was cool as a cucumber. Dropped off my core. It's now there. I got refunded, rumble stripping the road, and I returned one of the hoses. So, about 30 hours after the initial condition was caused, or whatever it was, after the thing was making noise and I had to turn around and go home, this thing is back on the road until the next time. Thank you for joining me along, and we'll see you at the next thing.